So I made a video a couple days ago now of where I asked the question, what do female gamers actually want? I asked this question because I was just like, it's been a question for a long time of when it comes to how women are represented in the gaming space. And if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you go do so. But what I didn't expect was that this video made its way onto Reddit, and out of every subreddit it could have made its way onto, it made its way onto arguably one of the worst subreddits on Reddit. I feel like the people, if you were on this Reddit all the time, I'm sorry, but you have to know that this Reddit itself is an absolute cesspool. It's horrible. It's terrible. I'm sorry, guys, but it's horrible. And that is gaming circle jerk. And you'd think that this was it's an unironic gaming title, like a Reddit title, but no. It is absolutely horrible. And as you can see, my video made its way. Someone took a screenshot of it. I mean, I wish they did actually link the video instead of just screenshotting it, but it is what it is. And they said that the only thing I want is this garbage out of my feed now. And obviously this got a lot of views. It did. It got 5.3k upvotes and 1.1k comments. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. I also like the tag. I mean, at first the tag was female ? But then they did actually change this at a later date, saying the guy in this video seems fine. Honestly, just a bit silly. But if we look through the comments of this video, I mean, even if you look at the upvotes on this Reddit post, the amount of comments are on this Reddit post, and then you look at the views on my video, you will obviously know that a lot of the people who commented on this and who viewed this post did not watch my video whatsoever. But we're going to go through some of these comments, and then we're going to go through some of the points that I brought up back in my other video as well. So here we go is the first one. Why are men speaking about what women want? Well, the funny thing is that I kind of didn't. Is that I really put the question out. That's what it was. That's what the question mark on the video was. And when it came to me putting out what women wanted, I used examples, which I'm going to show later on. If you want to go watch my video, I highly recommend you go do that. But I'm going to show some examples as well as this video goes on. But first I want to read through some of the comments. But I did. I showed what women were saying, what some women were saying, and what studies we're showing as well, and great examples of characters that women typically play in certain video games. Once again, we have this person right here. I like these ones where they just come out and insult me a lot of the times instead of trying to come up with a great argument against me. This person just says a man who has probably never given a woman an orgasm in his life has a lot of opinions about women's opinions. I didn't know women could have orgasms. I didn't think it was possible. But I did reply to this person a few times. I replied to a few people on this Reddit post. I'm surprised I didn't get banned off this Reddit because I know that a lot of people do get banned just for having different opinions on certain things, especially when they're like me. And I kind of was just replying it just because I found things funny. I wasn't really taking my replies and what these people were saying seriously. Obviously in this video we're going to take it seriously a little bit. We're going to go over a lot of things, but in terms of me replying, I mean, if you want to go on that post, I highly recommend you go do so. And yeah, a lot of my replies I wasn't really taking anything seriously. This person right here says, what do female gamers actually want? Allow me, a man, to tell you what female gamers really want. Well, like I said, is that I used examples in that video of what women were saying and what studies were showing. Once again, obviously that person didn't watch the video. Well, you see, I used red text to display which one is wrong one and green one in the right. Also love how they use the screenshot from a cinematic versus a rendered porn piece. This is the same thing as using that one unflattering pic of Aloy. I mean, of course, it's YouTube. I mean, of course I'm going to put out the more unflattering picture of the one that everyone's talking bad about, and the one where the female lead from Stellar Blade has the exaggerated, and then I'm gonna put the red text for on the one from Intergalactic and the green text for Stellar Blade. I mean, it's YouTube. I'm going to try and clickbait. People clickbait. People have been clickbaiting since the day of dawn, and I will keep on fucking doing it. Of course I'm gonna do that. 100%. I mean, if you actually watch the video itself, you would know that, you know, I actually kind of was staying from a middle standpoint. What an idiotic comparison to even make. Literally zero nuance about stories and why characters look certain ways, how things can have different appeal. It's like implying that because people like corn, everything should look like it. How could you even argue with such flawless logic? And then they edit it as well, saying, to be clear, the YouTube in question doesn't seem that bad. It's the entire discourse that is dumb. So I love that this person, first of all, did not watch my video. And then once they watched it, then they realized, wait a second, this guy's actually not really talking like that much bad when it comes to these characters, and is kind of more or less asking the question and just showing proof that, you know, girls do actually like conventionally attractive looking people. It's not about, you know, the corn side of it and all that stuff. And I wasn't talking about story. I mean, we could talk about that. Of course that makes it. Of course that means something. Of course it does. And even at the end of my video, I mentioned it as well. But I was specifically just talking about the look of characters. That was it. I mean, you can go and watch my Dragon Age video, even though I highly doubt that you would like that video because I kind of shit all over Dragon Age. But you can go and watch that, where I do talk actually about the way that stories are written. I see more women on Bumble and Tinder that look like the left than the right image, and actually just in life. I don't. I mean, I don't know what Bumble and Tinder you're on and where you're living in the world, but I do not see like that many women with shaved heads. So I have this person. I don't know where this person lives. I honestly don't. I do not see. I barely see any women with shaved heads these days. I mean, maybe you're in America and you're in like one of those blue states where, you know, the women started shaving their heads, you know, that whole trend that was going on when Trump won the election. But I live here in Australia and I don't really see that many bald women. The only bald women I see is ones that unfortunately have cancer or, you know, alopecia or something like that. So those are just some, a few comments from the Reddit as well. And like I said, is that a lot of people that obviously were commenting on this just didn't actually watch the video itself. So I'm going to quickly go over some of the things that I showed and elaborate on some of that as well. So when it came to my video, I made this video revolving around this tweet right here, where this man, this man, this is a man who put this out. So this man was the one saying that women don't want to see this attractive looking person, that they don't want this. They want what Intergalactic was saying. That's what he was saying, is that that's what they were saying. Women have been fighting decades to get them to stop portraying like the way women looked. A man was saying that. And then in the comments of that tweet, a woman came out and said, do not speak on behalf of women. And I used that as evidence to show that actually, in fact, women like these hot-looking characters. That's what I said in my original video. So no, I myself wasn't speaking for women. I let women speak. I showed examples of women speaking. As a matter of fact, I showed a woman speaking over a man. That's what I did. I showed that. I showed an example of that. And then I also showed a YouTube video, because someone linked a YouTube video which was discussing about research showing that women prefer to play sexy characters. And if you don't believe me, instead of showing just a YouTube thumbnail, I'm going to show 3 separate articles right now back to back of it showing research shows women prefer to play sexy characters. Study shows that gamers love strong and sexy female characters. New research on female video game characters uncovers a surprising twist. Female gamers prefer playing as highly sexualized characters despite disliking them. I mean, what more do you want? What more? Well, I can give you more. We can go over it. I mean, I left my video open for discussion. That's what I love. I love to have discussion on my YouTube channel, even if you disagree with me. I like when people disagree with me. I'm fine with it. As long as you give a great example, as long as you give a reason for why you disagree with me, instead of just calling me names and saying that you don't like my channel. Because I mean, if you do that, then I definitely am going to delete your comment and most likely ban you. But if you disagree with me, 100% fine. As long as you give a reason for it, I'm cool with that. And I love that. And I looked over some of the comments in my previous video as well. some of them were saying, giving their opinions, and they were saying that they were women. We have to trust that they are women. I mean, they might be dudes just saying that they're women, but some of the women were saying that they do like these attractive looking, characters in their games. Some were saying they're fine with the way intergalactic characters looks. Some of them say that they want like less sexualized characters, which I think is absolutely fine. You are entitled to your opinion. And if you still don't think that is enough, that I am still not representing women enough, and I am speaking over this women. Well, I did a little segment before I recorded this video of me actually speaking to some women and asking for their opinions on what they would prefer to see, whether they want conventionally attractive women or unconventionally attractive women in their games. Are you a woman?
I am a woman.
Okay. 2. When it comes to video games, do you prefer conventionally attractive or conventionally unattractive female characters?
I installed mods in Baldur's Gate 3 so I'd have bigger titties and ass.
I think that's a good answer. Yeah. Yeah. Are you a woman?
Unfortunately.
2. When it comes to video games, do you prefer female characters to be conventionally attractive or unconventionally attractive?
I don't care. If I like the character, I just choose her.
So, Ilana, this is my sister. I'm going to ask you, well, 1, you're a woman, right?
Obviously.
Alright, so when it comes to video games, I know you don't play as many, but you do play Sims. When it comes to video games, do you prefer conventionally unattractive or conventionally attractive female characters?
Well, obviously I want my character to be attractive. I usually make them look completely different to me. Big tits, big ass. Like, I have so many mods that are like plastic surgery mods. Like, slim waist. That's literally all my Sims.
Are you a woman?
Yes.
Okay, just have to make sure because people don't believe I'm friends with women. Second, even though you're not much of a gamer, when it comes to video games, do you prefer female characters to be conventionally attractive or conventionally unattractive?
Those are 2 separate ends on the spectrum, but when I'm gaming, I do like my characters to be pretty. I just like them pretty. I customize them. I would even like dress them up as pretty, like with the prettiest skins or whatever. I don't know. But I just like them pretty. I never make them ugly unless, I just never do. I like them pretty.
And obviously, not all of them 100% agreed that they want attractive women. No, obviously, my sister herself, she says she downloads plastic surgery mods for her Sims, and if she wants to do that, that's what she likes. That's 100% what she likes. But once again, I find this extremely funny as well, is that like a lot of these people were crapping on me and were going against me and all that kind of stuff when they mostly didn't even watch not just that video, but also didn't even have time to look through my channel. As even a few days ago, I made a video on the whole entire Witcher 4 controversy, and I called out people for saying that Ciri looked ugly and the way Ciri was represented. And I said Ciri looks great. I said I think that the way that the story's going in Witcher, like from Witcher 3, it would look like, it was kind of a handing the torch over to Ciri anyways. Like, that's the way the story was going. And that I think she looks great. I think she looks pretty in the new trailer. I honestly think that she does. I defended Ciri in that video. Isn't that what you guys want? You want it, Ciri? So what, because I agree with you on one thing, disagree with you in the other, all of a sudden I'm fucking Satan? And once again, to reiterate from my last video as well, is that we don't need these over-sexualized characters. Sometimes I think, yeah, you know what? It's fine if you want to tone it down. That's fine. But you don't need to go ahead and make characters look like crap. Why are you going to make women look like men? Like, yes, the character for Intergalactic, apparently she's meant to be hiding her identity, so she shaves her head. She could have, it's the future. It's like sci-fi. They have facial detection. Why couldn't she, instead of like shaving her head, she gets plastic surgery to completely change the way that she looks and just still looks great? Why is it that in Star Wars Outlaws, they took this beautiful actress who had no over-exaggerated, she didn't have like big lips or any exaggerated, you know, features, and she didn't have like huge double D's and fat ass or anything like that. But why is it that they took this conventionally attractive woman, great woman, and then they made her ugly in the game? Like that's where people are like not like going, why do this? Why do this? That's why people get annoyed by it. I mean, if you like it, that's fine. That's fine. But I was just asking the question. That's all it was. And obviously, a lot of people off that subreddit didn't watch my video. But I hope that somehow this video gets around to that subreddit once again. And I hope that this time you guys watch it. Please make it to the end of this video. Please watch the whole video through. It might actually help you learn something, that we're not all the same. And if you think that you are the majority, there is a big chance that you're not, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. If you are that small amount that like ugly characters in games, there's nothing wrong with that. But just know that the vast majority don't necessarily think the same as you do. And that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But once again, let me know down below. Are you a female gamer? Do you like attractive looking women in your video games? Do you not? How do you like, what do you like your men to look like in games as well? Do you like conventionally looking attractive men? Do you like that rugged looking man? I mean, I think rugged looking men are fucking hot as shit. I think, like, you know, rugged looking dudes, great. We love them. That's why I love Henry Cavill so much, and I wish I was his girlfriend. But that's going to be it from me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.